Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of CoinNewsExtra interview session. So today we'll be talking about a great event that just happened at the weekend. So we have speakers at the event. They have come to throw more light, shed more light about the conference. So we have the people, great people joining us. We have Ansley Ramsey. Ansley Ramsey is the founder Group Economists 2.0. Ansley, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us. We're honored to be here.
Okay, also joining us is Brian Battle. Brian Battle is a founding member of Group Economists 2.0. Brian, you're welcome to CoinNewsExtra.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be a part of this. It's a great conversation. So thanks for having me on board.
It's our pleasure. You are welcome. So we have Tamara Stanley. Tamara Stanley is a founding member. Also, Tamara, you are welcome to CoinNewsExtra.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be a part of this crew with this group of great leaders. And we had a phenomenal conference. Can't wait to get more into that. But thank you for inviting me to speak. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. So we have two people. They are joining us from the same place. We have K.E. Coleman and Ronaldo L. Coleman Jr. They are all founding members of Group Economists 2.0. You are all welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate you inviting us to this interview. This is awesome.
Yes, it is, and thanks.
Okay, you are welcome. You're welcome. So we have next person joining us. She is Wanda Hollis. Wanda Hollis is the event host. So Wanda, you are welcome to CoinNewsExtra.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So you hosted a great event and it went well, and some people are talking about this event. It went, even though it was the first edition of it. The event was a success. So, what can you say as the organizer, Ansler? What can you say about the event? How did it go?
I think everything went great. We had a really good turnout for our very first event. People were engaged. People asked questions. The presentations were phenomenal. Everyone worked very hard to give valuable information to all of our guests. And I felt like they walked away with the knowledge they need to at least understand they need to get cryptocurrency and get involved in the crypto space and diversify their portfolio. But also we sent them our contact information so that we can help them moving forward, because that's key as well, having that ongoing support.
Okay, thank you. That's interesting. So, Brian, Mr. Brian, so coming to you, how has it been for you in the ecosystem before we go to the event itself? How has it been? How has it been? When did you join the crypto ecosystem? And how has it been for you all this while?
It's been a great question. It's been phenomenal for me. Coming from a background of marketing, sales, understanding how money works to some extent, understanding how we work so much for money, don't realize that it's depreciating in value. The cryptocurrency arena was brought to me by my wife, and I really wasn't fully understanding what it was all about until I dove into it. And then I realized that if I don't get on board, the world's going to pass right by me, because everything's evolving into cryptocurrency. And that's the way the world is going. Even to the point I was looking at an interview with Akon and how he's coming up with this Akon coin for his own country of Senegal, where he's going to have a whole city geared around cryptocurrency. So the world is embracing cryptocurrency. So we don't get on board right away, it's going to pass us right on by. So I'm excited. We dug in, and we're excited about sharing information, educate people across the board in every facet.
Okay, interesting. The Colemans, what is your story all about in the ecosystem, your experience and your background?
It's interesting. My husband has a definite interesting story about how we actually dove into cryptocurrency, and we actually realized that it's a major part of everyone's life. It's not going away. It's only going to grow, and he can tell you how we started.
We got in by accident. See, the leaders are laughing because they all know this story. And for some reason, they always make me tell this story. But what happened was, this is before I met Kay. I was playing a video game on my phone in 2000, and I think it was either 2008 or 2009. And it said to set up an account and they will gift you 200,000 free Bitcoin. So I got on, I played the game. I won 1.7 million Bitcoin and deleted the account.
The whole account.
So it wasn't until 2012 when I met Kay that, she asked me, had I ever heard of cryptocurrency? And of course I said no. And then she said, well, have you heard of Bitcoin? And I said no. So when she showed me the Bitcoin symbol, it immediately sent me into a panic, because I was like, yes, I have that. And I kept trying to find the phone, kept trying to find the account, but I didn't know that once it's deleted, it's gone. So that made us dive more into cryptocurrency and want to learn more about cryptocurrency. So I won't do that again.
See what a good woman to do for you?
Ain't that the truth?
It's a very bad experience.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah,
so
you do the math. You do the math on how much I deleted.
1.something million Bitcoin is not today.
Yeah, it was $40 million at the height of Bitcoin.
Try. Tamara, what's your story?
Look, my story is not as heartbreaking as that one, for real. Because that just cut you right to heart. No, but I just got involved probably in 2017. Started hearing about Bitcoin and just wondering, well, what is that all about? And so an opportunity was presented, and I was kind of impressed. I'm like, you know what? This may be something to this. And that made me delve into it and get involved and start to learn as much as I can, and now to acquire as much as I can, because I know it's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. It's the money of the future, and trying to bring more awareness, especially to women around the world. Only 5 to 7% of women are involved in the crypto space at all. So we need to reach out and get them more involved. So I'm excited. Let's go.
Okay, that's a simple one. Okay, very simple one. Okay, Ursula, what's your own story?
Well, I was a hairstylist and I didn't want to work anymore. Just honestly, I was working too hard and wanted more time. And I just started looking at different options. And one of those options was cryptocurrency. And so that was about almost 3 years ago. But I've really been serious for about the past 1.5 to 2 years. And I can just see the financial possibilities that cryptocurrency offers. And I have not exchanged my hours for dollars in 3 years. I don't work for anybody. I don't even work for myself. I don't stand behind the chair and do hair anymore. I'm home. I do what I do. I help other people, and I manage my assets. That's my life, and that's what I wanted. That's what I was looking for.
Okay, that's very interesting. It's a very good one. The Coleman's having had such a story, and you came for this conference. What was the topic you talked on, and how is it all about? And the conference, the topic.
What was your topic?
Oh, we had the power of group economics. So basically, what we did was Kay and I, we sat down and we did a little research on group economics, and we basically broke down to people the importance and the power of having group economics in your life. And we used 2 really powerful examples of group economics. And the first one that we used was Black Wall Street, which was established in 1906. And so we did some research on Black Wall Street, and it kind of led us to another powerful one, that started pretty much in 1907 when the U.S. was going through basically like almost like a depression as far as with the finances. And it was a group of guys who were competitors in the banking system. They all came together, group economics, they all came together for one common cause, and they formed the Federal Reserve, which is probably by right now the most powerful example of group economics, because they basically took over the world's money by forming the Federal Reserve.
Okay, that's well, that was a very nice one. It's good people get educated and informed about the ecosystem, and this was one of the reasons why we are doing all these things. Now, Brian, what was it that you talked about at the event?
My talk was called Diversify to Thrive, and I basically talked about how the money system was established going back to ancient Egypt and beyond that, going from people when they were doing bartering, going into commodities, and then people realized that probably the most precious asset to have out is gold and silver. But they realized that gold and silver was too heavy to carry around. Then they started going to paper money. Then once you evolved into paper money, that's when you look at the Federal Reserve, like Ron was talking about with the United States, and they started giving you out certificates to redeem your gold and silver that's been held inside of a bank. So I talked about the evolution of money and how it culminated from gold and silver into cryptocurrency. But I also touched on some of the instruments that we have out here when you particularly work a job. When people say, okay, when you start a job, get on a 401k, have your pension plan, get an IRA account, mutual funds. We don't realize that those are not the best instruments to use to store your true sweat equity. And over time, it loses value because of the way it's set up. What I've learned over the last 3 years is that what the wealthy do is that they put their money into gold. And we all understand gold, from people wearing gold rings, gold necklaces, and charms, and so forth, that the intrinsic value of gold always continues to go up. But it also led right into cryptocurrency. See, when I got started looking at cryptocurrency, it was 3 years ago because we were part of a gold industry. And then I realized from how the world is evolving, the natural progression was in cryptocurrency, but the best way to have cryptocurrency is backed by a physical asset that's created with true value. So I talked about some of those aspects and how people get involved in the industry, and to educate yourself on how to diversify, but really diversify in a true building asset. Not something that's going to depreciate, but something like gold is going to help you appreciate in value. And cryptocurrency is one of those things that's right there on the forefront, that's growing leaps and bounds. So I thought it was a great share. We got great feedback, and we just stay excited.
It's an interesting topic. It's an interesting topic. Slow, what was it that you talked about at the books? How did it go?
Yes, my presentation was cryptocurrency simplified. And we find that so many people we talk to are just afraid because they don't have even a basic understanding of what cryptocurrency is, why it's important, and why they should get involved now. So my presentation was very short. I just kind of explained the basics of cryptocurrency and just assured them that they don't have to understand all of the details and the inner workings of cryptocurrency to get involved. They need to get involved right now because this is where the economy is headed, and it's happening very quickly. So, and got good feedback. We had a few people that inquired and wanted to know how they get cryptocurrency, so it was good. It was well received.
Okay. Tamara, what was it?
So my topic was Sisters in Crypto. It's a new project that we're launching, sistersincrypto.com, and the focus is on women-run or nonprofits that support women throughout the world, and how we take that concept of group economics and we can support these organizations by donating cryptocurrency. So we want to get more women involved, have them get them aware, or get them involved with cryptocurrency, but provide support for them both in the U.S. and internationally, globally. So we identified our first U.S. partner. It's a nonprofit that we're going to contribute cryptocurrency to, and we're in the process of screening our first international partner that we can contribute cryptocurrency to. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah. Wanda, you were the host at the event. Did you talk about anything?
Wanda didn't do a presentation, but she brought the fire because she's a great host. She's really good at getting people excited and fired up and involved. So she kind of just kept our energy up throughout the full conference.
Okay. Ansela, what's the like? We have seen how the first edition went, and it went well, being the first edition. How is the future of Group Economies 2.0 going to be?
You know, we had this conversation yesterday, and to be honest, I had not thought past June 20th. So we're going to sit down and we're going to plan the next one, but we definitely want to keep getting people involved in cryptocurrency because just as a people, we are always looking for opportunities, and so often we're left behind. We find out too late, or all the good stuff is taken, or it's really expensive by that time. So we're really trying to reach out to people in our own communities and throughout the diaspora so that we can get involved while it's still in its early stages and it's still affordable for many of us. So we don't know what the next is going to bring, I'll be honest with you, but we're certainly going to do another.
Okay, Tamara, you were a speaker at the event, seeing how it went. How do you see the future of Group Economies 2.0?
I just see it growing exponentially. I mean, that was pretty much on a small scale, and I just figured that we're going to reach many, many more people, much more education that's going to be given out and more people involved. So it's exciting to think about the next event that we're going to have, and the more people we can educate and get the word out even more. So I think it's going to explode, really.
Yeah, it's going to explode. The commands, how do you see the future of Group Economies 2.0?
Well, we see it as Ansela and Tamara said, absolutely exploding. There's so many different facets of our life that group economics fits into. And besides financially, there are other ways for us to introduce group economics to us. And like Ansela was saying, it's time for us to have a seat at the table. So we're going to be the first on some things, and we're going to just keep blowing it up.
Okay, are there things you feel should be added in the next edition that weren't at the first edition? Still with the commands.
Well, I guess we're going to have to. Well, see, we didn't really go too deep into Black Wall Street or the Federal Reserve. We just basically scraped the surface of what actually went down, what happened, why it happened. If maybe the next time, maybe we'll go a little more into in depth as to everything that went down with Black Wall Street, everything that went down with the Federal Reserve, and where it is today and how it still affects everyone. And basically what we're trying to do is we want to make sure, like Kay said, we have a seat at the table. Ansela, Tamara, they all said it. We're for so many things, we're always left behind because we're so skeptical of new things. We're afraid of change. With the change from paper money to digital money, they moved us straight to a debit card without even asking for our permission. So what makes you think that they're not going to move us straight to cryptocurrency without your permission?
Okay, that's interesting. What you're saying is because so today there are news making rounds that PayPal is about to start selling, enable the sell and buy of cryptocurrency directly.
Right.
So we don't know how true that is, but there's possibility in it. Brian, how do you see the future of Group Economies 2.0?
See, everything that everyone said is right on point. The evolution where we're going right now, going from paper money into cryptocurrency, it's inevitable. And our whole goal is to educate people, allow people to have an understanding of the platform of where it's going. Because again, we don't want people left behind. So it's our goal every single day is to stay on top of the information that's going around worldwide, understand what the Federal Reserve is doing, what major corporations are doing, what governments are doing. Because as we see it, because cryptocurrency is the people money, they can't control it. But now they realize that it's going to that wave. they have to find a way to participate. Because they control almost everything, it's up to us to educate the mass. So what I see as far as our group exploding, this event we have right now is phenomenal. I see the next one being doubled. Then eventually, as we begin to leave our homes, we're going to want to go into hotels because we're going to have so many people that's going to be wanting to get this information that we're going to have eventually over time doing state-to-state tours, going from country to country. I really believe the vision of where we're going on a bigger level. You know, it's going to happen with or without us. We just want to help to lead that charge across the board to educate people and master what we're doing.
That's interesting. You have it there. Finally, before we draw the curtain on this interview, starting with you, Brian, looking at what is going on now with what you're doing with group economists and what is happening in the crypto and blockchain ecosystem. In 30 seconds, how do you see the future of cryptocurrency and blockchain?
Oh my gosh. Cryptocurrency is going to be, I think it's going to be the new monetary system. If you're not aware of understanding how to get a wallet to really have your digital money in place and know how to secure that, you're going to be left behind. It's like someone right now saying, let me write a check versus me using my debit card. People aren't accepting checks too much right now, or it's too much time to write a check. So the evolution of going into cryptocurrency is essential. So I think everyone who has a smartphone, has a laptop, you want to get educated on where we're going as an economy, because if you don't, you're going to be left behind. So start educating yourself now, getting yourself in a rhythm to going in understanding, you know, what Bitcoin and Ethereum is all about. Set your wallet up and buy yourself a fraction of it, if not a full amount of the coin, so you know exactly how it operates. You don't have to buy a full coin, like a digital coin. Buy a fraction of it, so you can at least know how it operates. Put it into a vehicle that's going to allow it to grow and grow some interest on as well. That's something brand new that we know about that people don't realize, that they can actually make money off your cryptocurrency just sitting there. So really understand what cryptocurrency is all about, because if you don't do it, it's going to run you right over, and you're going to be trying to catch the wave. You want to be in front of the wave, like on a surfboard. You don't want to get ran over. Get in front of the wave.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. Tamara, how do you see the future of crypto and blockchain?
I just think, you know, it will level the playing field financially for a lot of people, because there's no discrimination with crypto. You're just a wallet address and you can transact business. So I think that it is going to be outstanding. The growth is going to be great, and everyone who gets involved should, you know, get involved. They will be able to transact business no matter where they are. That's not happening now. So we're looking forward to that. It's just going to be a tremendous impact.
Okay, thank you. The Comans, how do you see the future of blockchain and cryptocurrency?
Well, pretty much the same way that everybody's been talking about. Now, another project that we are a part of, this company allows us to have a smartphone, but they call it a genius phone. This phone will store your cryptocurrency where only you can access it. No one else can access it because of the amount of security that they have added to this phone. Now, for a lot of people who say, well, I'm not good with the holding the little wallets or things like that, get it in the cell phone form. And the reason I say that is because you go everywhere with your cell phone.
Absolutely.
You know, that's how everybody conduct business now, through their cell phone. And with this completely decentralized phone that we now have, it's just going to help you so much more with learning crypto and as far as growing your wealth and things like that.
Like Brian was saying, take 10 minutes a day and just educate yourself on cryptocurrency, because it's going to be in your face and you don't want it to take you by surprise.
Oh, you don't want it to take you by surprise. Finally, with you, Angela, get involved now. That was the last topic. So how do you see the future of cryptocurrency?
Well, I think that blockchain and smart contracts are changing the way businesses operate on several levels. And as that becomes more popular, the need for cryptocurrency will also be more dire, because you need the cryptocurrency for the smart contract to function properly. So I see just businesses individuals, financial institutions, especially when you're talking about international transactions, it's just going to be normal. We're going to have true mass adoption because this makes everything so much more secure, so much more safe, and it's something that is very appealing, this new way of doing things, once people understand it. So that's why we have our Group Economics 2.0 Facebook group for people to come in, just start hearing the terms, look at what we're sharing, look at what we're posting, because we do start with the absolute fundamentals. But I certainly see that all of us eventually, probably sooner than later, will be forced to use cryptocurrency.
Yeah, sooner or later, we'll be forced to use cryptocurrency. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Asla, for joining us today.
Absolutely, Lee. Thank you so much for what you're doing. You're doing such a great job with sharing information about cryptocurrency, getting people tuned in. There's so much going on, and we need people like you in this space to share not only what's going on in your area, but around the world. And for that, we're grateful to you.
Thank you very much. Nicole Mans, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. We appreciate having this time with you and the rest of our absolutely phenomenal leaders. It was awesome to speak to you, and it's exciting. We're just looking forward for more and more and more.
You are welcome, and we love your tag team. So thank you, Tamara, for joining us.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. And thank you for all that you do, letting us have this arena to be able to speak with you. And we look forward to the partnership that we have, doing big things. So thank you again for the opportunity.
You're welcome. Thank you, Brian, for joining us.
A pleasure. It's an honor. It's a pleasure. And I commend you for having this platform to reach the masses around the globe with this information. So thank you again, and I look forward to working with you going forward. Hopefully, added value.
Okay. Well, you're welcome. Thank you very much.